Hello, it's the Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. This time we are in the Tier 8 American Premium Medium Tank, the TL-1LPC, which is basically the unskinned version of the Stone Cold. It is a double tap Tier 8 American Premium Medium Tank. You've got 280 alpha and it's a two-shot auto-loader with about a 14-second reload. And it's a really nice tank to play. You've got 9 degrees of gun depression, so you can play the ridge lines, quite well. You've got some armour on the turret. It's not the best, but it's, you can bounce the odd shot here and there. But yeah, its best bit is this little double tap gun can be quite fun to play. You see this enemy Italian medium makes a mistake, and we've got both shots in there, putting us into just shy of a 600 damage at the start of the game. You've got 208 penetration on your standard AP rounds. You then got 280 penetration on your heat rounds. But the thing about the heat rounds on this tank, because usually I don't like to fire too much heat because just because of the slower shell velocity, but that's not the case with this tank because the shell velocity on the heat rounds is actually faster than your standard AP rounds. You've got 914 on your AP, which is not particularly quick, not horrendous, but not that quick. But then you've got 1200 on your heat shells, so you've got those high velocity heat shells, which makes a big difference when you don't have to lead your shot so much. So you've got less time in order for you to get the shots in. So at the start of this game, we've seen this Chrysler K is quite aggressive, and we're hoping we can just put 2 shots into his lower plate here. I'm making sure we aim those. So the Chrysler K armour can be quite troll, but we've got clear shots at the lower plate, and that puts us into just over 1000. And I'm just having a little look at the mini map here because there's quite a few tanks coming behind me, so I'm conscious that there's while I'm fighting this Chrysler, they might try and shoot me. But now this Chrysler K, now this is kind of like a poor shot here. I go for the lower plate, but he's at an angle, and I basically just wasted 2 shots. Maybe I should have just gone for his cupola there. And yeah, that's far from ideal. I'm just having a peek because it looks like I am platooned in this first replay with our buddy Jamus, and he has got quite a lot of tanks sort of around him. But now I've noticed our friendly heavy tank actually sort of went in on this Chrysler K, so I was looking to try and help him out. But I'm caught in 2 minds because I don't want to get caught off reload with tanks coming behind us. But our friendly heavy tank has now come in, so I want to try and just help eliminate this Chrysler K and make sure we can put our 2 shots, while he's not facing us. We get 2 shots into him, putting him onto maybe a 1 shot for the ISM, but definitely a clippable tank now once we've got both these shells reloaded. Unfortunately, our buddy Jamus gets taken out by the Ragnar. Wasn't able to save the ISM, but I am at least able to finish off and revenge him. Taking out that Chrysler K, putting us on 2000 damage and our first kill of the game. But it is pretty even so far. Most of our tanks are on the sort of a 1-2 line and the beach, and we've kind of given up pretty much all map control from this game. I'm trying to turn around to see if we can punish this Ragnarok crossing. We get 1 shot in. I've got to be careful, don't want to get clipped out by that Ragnarok, but now I have the enemy fun police looking at us as well, and I'm kind of caught in an awkward situation. The Ragnarok gets taken out by our UDES and set on fire, which is good. We do manage to kill this striker by ramming him, but now just trying to avoid getting shot by the fun police, but he does hit us, putting us onto 700 hit points now, and it's still quite an even game. But there is a 1-shot medium above me. I've also got a jammer, which is just, I got lucky, but it didn't actually pen us there behind us, so I'm not safe where I was. So I'm going to try and see if we can take out this Italian tank, but also being mindful of the fact that the enemy artillery pieces is trying to take us out right now, so we need to try and avoid that if we can. We do spot the Italian tank trying to leave. We managed to get the kill in there, putting us onto just shy of 3000 damage with our 3rd kill. We swap straight onto reload. I'm not too concerned about this jammer because it looks like he's going to actually go for our base. I was looking to see if I can try and get a shot in, but the way he was pushing, I thought he was about to push into 3 tank destroyers in the bottom. So I've kind of decided that I'm going to leave that and see if I can push up and shoot down onto the 1-2 line on the enemy tanks, which are down the 1-2 line fighting our heavy tanks down the 1-2. And also I want to see if we can try and spot that enemy artillery because he is up the top. But we might be able to get another 600 damage and stop the fun police just from having a free time shooting at tanks. And we do spot him. We managed to get the 2 shots in, putting him onto half hit points, and now he's probably going to escape before we're able to get that reload in. At the moment, I'm thinking most of the tanks are down the 1-2 line, apart from that Jammers, because I know there's a heavy tank on the bottom. I think the tank destroyer's on the 1-2 line, not so sure, but I think so. But we definitely got the artillery there. I'm not concerned about being capped out. I feel like I've got enough time to get back to the cap if I left straight away. So I'm just going to see if we can try and get any damage in. See if we can catch out this artillery which was running. But as it happens, we do spot the enemy tank destroyer. He's going to put one in, but we put two into return. Not a bad trade, putting them onto a clippable tank for us again now. While we go back onto this reload, we know where the TD is. We know where the heavy tank is to our left, and we know where the artillery piece is. It's just that enemy jammer, which I'm not entirely sure at this point where he actually is. I assumed he'll just be shooting down on the hill at our tanks, but we managed to kill the enemy UDES, and we're going to try and go around and help out our tanks. But as that happens, we found the enemy jammer, but thankfully I don't have to worry about that because he fell off the cliff. So that was, that definitely played into our hands a little bit there. Put us onto 4 kills, 4,000 damage. We should be able to kill this heavy tank once we have come off reload, and then we should be able to wrap this game up by hopefully getting some more damage on the artillery, who we pretty much know exactly where they are. We do manage to get the shot, we don't manage to get the kill, but there's the enemy artillery piece. We're still on reload, so I'm just going to try and get out of his line of fire to avoid getting shotgunned. And then when we're reloaded, we can see if we can pick up some damage on them. So we get one shot in. Do we manage to get the kill? Yes, we do. And that brings us then to replay number 1. And we end up with 5 kills, just shy of 5,000 damage, I believe. And yeah, I think we get the ace tanker on that one, just shy of 2,000 base XP. And yeah, we do get the ace tanker and the high caliber. But that's it for replay number 1. But I've got 2 more to come. So let's move on to the second replay. Okay, so here we are for the second replay here on Halluf. This time we are top tier again. There is 1 enemy light tank in the game, I believe, and no enemy artillery pieces, which is good because it means if we go and play the sort of top left corner of the minimap on those sort of hills, we can use a lot more of the ridge than we could normally with there being artillery in the piece, because we can't get shot from the sky, and we only have to worry about what is in front of us. So it does make it a lot easier to play there. You can still play that side when there's artillery there, but you just have to be mindful, and you can't use the full amount of the ridge unless you know exactly where those shots are coming from. So as we're making our advance, we've spotted this enemy an ISM has been spotted, and he's kind of in the open here. We think we might be able to get some side shots in, so we're trying to just move across to get some shots. Got to be a bit careful, because if I get detected here like I am, then I could end up getting shot by the enemy team. But now we're sort of safe from that fire. We're going to put our 2 shots into this ISM, putting him onto 1 shot, putting us onto just shy of 6,000 damage, and we're going to leave him there because he's probably going to get taken out. He does get taken out by our friendly list on our team, and now we're going to move up. Like, this is what I was talking about. I couldn't normally play this area without the risk of getting hit by the enemy artillery piece, but because there isn't any artillery piece, we can play here, which means you've got a better angle if the heavy tanks come round. If something pushes around here, I'm going to be able to get 2 shots in before they get safe. So I'm just staying a little bit patient, but waiting for a little bit more of friendly support, because quite often I think, oh, nothing's coming, and then I push round, and then you're like, oh, why didn't I wait? But our friendly Barras has just sort of spotted that area, and I think I've just got the hunch that a lot of their team are kind of playing like camping in their spawn, and I might be able to just be aggressive here and just try and get into the game, try and get some more get some damage early. Our friendly Barras is going to spot here. He does spot the enemy Dragon. I'm going to take my time, aim these shots. I get 1 shot in. Unfortunately, I don't manage to get a 2nd shot into the Dragon before we get safe there. But we're just looking to see if he pokes up again before we just go on reload and try and make an advance. Now, this enemy medium in the bottom, I'm thinking about just going round and just getting side shots into them now and try and create a secondary angle on my team. My friendly team are on the right of this ridge. I know if I push round to this sort of ridge in front of us, that'll keep me safe from the guns in their base, and I kind of can just use round here and just get rear shots of this tank just to help take out this tank quickly, this enemy object here. We get 2 shots into him. We are now on reload. I kind of suspect he's going to push us, but obviously he's Russian, doesn't have the best gun depression, so we're just going to make him work. If he's going to try and push us, he's going to get shot from from behind us, and we should be able to get the kill here, and we do pick up our first kill of the game, putting us on to 1,500 damage. Looking for the kill shot there on the Indian Panzer, wasn't quite able to get that shot before we get taken out, and this game is quickly it feels like it's going to be over pretty fast. I mean, a lot of our team are still in our base, so I'm just going to keep this sort of train going, try and just get as many shots. At this point, I don't think I've missed a single shot. I've hit every shot and penned every shot, so having a decent start to this game. We managed to get one shot in there, putting us under 1700. We're just going to try and spot this, see if we can get an easy shot into this poor little medium tank there, which we do. Go back on to reload, and if he's still there, we're going to be able to get 2 more shots into him, because it's kind of distracted here. And we've got this enemy tiger as well, which we might be able to dump 2 shots into. Go for the drive wheel. Wasn't able to track him in place, but we do put both our shots in again. Only 7 enemy tanks remain in this game, and yeah, they're all pretty much pinned with no map control whatsoever. We're hoping we can finish off this tiger if possible. We get 1 shot in, we get 2 shots in, not quite able to roll high enough to get the kill shot, but we're full health and we can afford to lose a few hit points here. We've got 3000 damage. Like I say, at this point we've got 12 pens and we fired 12 shots, so decent, decent game. We couldn't really got much more out of the damage out of this one. We get another 2 shots there, putting us into 1400, putting us into 3006. So 1400, 14 pens and 3600 damage and a tiny bit of assistance damage, and it's only 4 tanks, so we're just going to keep pushing. We want to try and get some more shots in. We spot the enemy tank destroyers on the hill. We actually get lucky with a 2 snapshot fires on the move, putting us onto over 4000 damage there. And I'm hoping I can just get 2 more shots in before this game comes to an end. So even if I take shots here, I'm not too bothered. I just want to get over there. I have actually blocked 1000 damage. I got pretty lucky there. And I actually get 2 auto shot fires on the move as well, putting us on to just shy of 5000 damage with 800 and odd assistance. If we're going to get any more damage in this game, we've got to just keep going. That's why I didn't slow down, because I kind of knew this damage. Everyone's going for it. It's game's won. It's just about who can get any more shots in. So we're going to try and see if we can finish off this enemy dragon. And then, frustratingly, we missed our first shot of the game. Otherwise, we would have gone the whole game penning every shot. But we might be able to pick up the kill anyway with the little love tap ram at the end, bring this an end to replay number 2. Leaving us 1 more replay to come, so let's just see how we got on. We did get 2 kills, 5000 damage. We were pretty heavy top tier on that one. 1000 assistance, 1000 blocked, and high caliber. Only the first class this time. But like I say, we penned 19 out of 20 shots. We couldn't have really done a lot more that game. But that is it for that replay, and let's move on to the final replay. Okay, so this brings us to the final replay on Great Wall Encounter Battle. I am platooned up with Big Swindle 321 and our buddy Mad Dog Friday. He used to have a YouTube channel, really good guy, really nice, good player. And we are going to, we decided quite early that I'm going to take somewhat of a gamble and try and push very, very aggressively. I mean, it's an educational gamble because I know there's no artillery piece and I know there's no enemy light tanks, which kind of makes me think I might be able to push across really aggressively onto their ridge and spot everything trying to push up to the hill. It is somewhat risky, and I got spotted early, which is never ideal, but I'm going to keep going anyway. I do have cover from Swindle in the tank destroyer, and that's, this is like I say, this is a risk, but sometimes it can work on these encounter battles. I've kind of took the gamble based on the fact I've got 2 platoon mates, which I know can hit shots, so I'm going to push across, and already we have started to rack up the assistance. So this is kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to get to this ridge here so I can stay safe unless the enemy team push all the way up into the top of the middle, and keep everything tracked just to rack up the assistance damage by catching the enemy team in a awkward situation, because anything that pokes to shoot us on the right is going to get shot by our friendly team now, and they're no longer going to be safe. And we managed to have a really decent start to this game. It's played off. We've got 2,000 assistance already, and now we're putting these shot tanks like this into a position where I can shoot down onto them. Unfortunately, we don't hit our shots, but we are still keeping the assistance going. On to 3,000 damage here. But now those tanks are kind of crossed into the middle, you see here. They could have shots on me. So now I've got to try and use this ridge here, this rock, to try and protect ourselves. We're going to try and get 2 shots into this enemy T69 if we can. Sorry, T42 I think. But we put both shots into there, picking up some damage. But I have to use this rock to protect me, because you see I've just got shot from the left by something undetected. I'm not going to be able to spot them, and I'm not too sure where it is. So that's why I'm having to now, I'm somewhat stuck, because if I pull out left, I'm going to get shot. So that's why I'm trying to hide my tank, basically, keeping myself protected with that rock. Because these tanks here, like this SU, to shoot me, they're going to have to overpoke this ridge, which means they're going to get shot. And I'm going to try and finish off this enemy tank here, which we do, which may well have been this fit tank which was shooting in the side, but I still think there's something else which can shoot me. I get a shot there into the SU, putting them onto a one shot, so we're having a decent game, just shy of 3,000 damage, 1,500 assistance. You see shots are still coming across from the middle, which is kind of the only thing stopping me poking on these tanks to my right. I'm trying to stay safe here. You know, I know I have to cover, so I'm just waiting for the enemy team to make a mistake. It's still a pretty close game. We are kind of losing the middle, which is not ideal, but you know, it's not 100% loss. We are winning this game, so I'm just going to stay patient right now. I don't want to lose hit points from the left. I'm looking to see if we can get a cheeky shot onto the SU, but I know there's a lot of guns potentially looking at us. But I'm starting to think no one's, you know, is that tank still there? I mean, our friendly two mate Swindle sort of gone round the left hand side, which is going to spot that area up anyway. We get a shot into the SU, putting us onto 1,700 damage, 3,000 assistance and 2 kills. Looking to see if we can shoot anything in the side there. We've still got one shot left in our clip, and the Patriot has now fired. But I keep, at this point, I'm thinking there's still something trying to shoot me on the left-hand side. That's the only reason which is stopping me trying to poke for shots into this Patriot on the right-hand side. But I'm starting to think there isn't anything there at this point. I don't know if I've realised that at this point. But if I had, then I probably could have started poking and putting 2 shots into this tank there. I do have pretending platoon mate Mad Dog, who is with me right now. I think playing in the STG. So if this tank does poke, he is going to get slapped. But this game is starting to, they're starting to bring it back, the enemy team. The enemy team do also have a 3-man platoon who do actually do a really good game as well. And yeah, you'll see that when we get to the scoreboard at the end. The enemy tank gets spotted down the bottom, and I'm looking to see if we can try and get a shot into him now. Because we're no longer getting detected from that side anymore. Almost reloaded, and we should be able to finish this tank off if we get, you know, we can reload just in time. We get the 1 shot in, we do get a 2 shot in, putting us into 3 kills, you know, 2,000 damage and 3,000 assistance. And now I'm going to start putting the work in and killing this pretty much full health Patriot here. We're just going to overpoke. Even if we get shot once, I don't really care. We can put 2 shots in through the lower plate, go back on reload. Once we've reloaded, we're going to do the same, and we're just going to be able to kill this Patriot for pretty much free, because I don't think there's anything else which can cover him, because the other tanks are in the middle of the map, and I'm kind of aware of that now, and I now really want to push up the pace and just get the damage on this tank. We put another 2 shots into him, putting him onto, well, he's on a 1 shot for sure now. I'm pretty sure he's going to get taken out by a Mad Dog at this point, but I'm just covering just in case so I can try and get a shot in. Looking to get a shot through the lower plate, but he gets taken out by Mad Dog, and that brings us into that tank. And it's just a 3-man platoon, but obviously they are a top tier, tier 8 platoon. So although we are 2 tanks up, it's definitely not. We've definitely still got to be a little bit careful, because obviously a 3-man platoon are working together. Unfortunately, I took a shot there off of the enemy medium tank, which is not ideal, because that's put us under 600 hit points. So I'm just going to wait for a second. I didn't want to throw this game. I was just going to see if they were going to overpoke while I was reloading, and if they do, we can try and get some shots in. But our friendly T-77 has gone in and killed that enemy Earthshaker, which is going to give us the freedom to try and move up to this ridge. Now we know we've got someone with some hit points with us. We can try and go over and try and get some more damage out of this game. We've got 3 kills already, 3,000 damage, 3,000 assistance with a tiny bit blocked. But Mad Dog's also on a 1 shot. We do have a lot of hit points in this T-77. It'd be nice if the T-77 goes forwards and detects, because he can afford to eat a few shells if he needs to. We've seen the enemy heavy tank to our left there, trying to finish off the Skoda, who can clip us out. Unfortunately, the Hydra takes out Mad Dog. I'm just staying patient, because I know my friendly platoon mate Swindle is going to come behind that Hydra, and he's going to be able to put 3 shots into the rear of that Hydra. And that's going to force the Hydra to turn around, and that's going to be my window to try and kill the Skoda or go and, you know, put 2 shots into the Hydra. I'm thinking I can finish off the Skoda here. We're trying to get around. Unfortunately, there's a wreck which is just stopping me getting the shot in. T-77 does finish off though the enemy Skoda. Now we've got enough hit points to take 1 shot off of this Hydra. So once we're reloaded, we're just going to go out and eat a shot, and we'll kill him because we can eat a shot as long as we just take our time. Now we're going to fire both of these before he's reloaded, and we do pick up the 4th kill, bringing this an end to the video. So let's just see how we did. We get 4 kills, 4,000 damage. Yeah, picking up just shy of 2,000 XP, 3,000 assistance. We get the ace tanker. We have a really good game there. But as you can see, that Hydra did almost 7,000 damage, and their 3-man platoon also did really well. So it was a nice little battle, you know, in the end. And that is the end of the video. So thank you for your support, and as always, happy tanking.
Hadouken!